Good morning. Hello, everybody. Oh, I got these earbuds in. Let me take those out. All right. Oh, man. Are you kidding me? I turned the volume off completely on this thing, and all of a sudden it's... Oh, well. We'll just have to live with it, I suppose. Just this tiny little echo. I don't know how to mute that completely. It's so weird. Let's see. I even did something different this morning, y'all, and it still isn't working right. But what else? Hey, Trey. Oh man, when I talk louder, it's louder. Holy smokes. Ugh, the volume's down as low as it'll go and it won't let me mute. I've tried everything. Does that work? Maybe. I think it worked. No, not really. Oh well. It just is what it is. Oh, thanks for doing that, Trey. I appreciate it. Hey, Deb, how you doing today? All right, so I'm gonna quickly take care of business on here. Oops, that's not the right thing. Cool. All right, let's get this posted to these groups and get moving. Today's going to be a little fun project. We're doing the deer cutout today. So, here we go. Ugh, my kids are running around upstairs again. They just don't listen. When do kids start listening? Like when they're 30? Is that right? Maybe. If you're lucky. What's happening? There we go. Oh, come on. My fingers are so dry, y'all, that I can't get the mouse pad to work on my MacBook. It's not picking up my fingers or something. Something's happening. Oh my word. Let's try this again. Okay, looks like I'm doing it manually today. Or not. I guess I'm gonna have to do a little group search. Here we go. It might be the better route to go anyway. Maybe I should just do it this way every day. Deb says she's cold. Yeah, it's cold here too, but it's warming up a little bit today. Deb, I'm using a new like streaming platform. It's called StreamYard. And it is free if you want it to be. I'm using the paid version, which means that I'm allowed to put my own branding mark on it and that kind of stuff. I don't know what the deal is with this today. This is making me irritated. I can't get the groups to show up very well, so I'm having to do it like a different way. So let's try. Someone's calling me, so let me delete that before it messes up my feed. Now that I got my fancy watch, I can do that. All right, so while I'm getting all this set up here, let me go ahead and tell you guys. Oh my gosh, please mute. Why will it not mute? It's driving me crazy. So irritating. Okay. What else am I looking for here? Oh, craft, yeah. So I already shared it to that. Just posting this out to all these different little groups here, guys. I guess that's all it's going to let me do today. So For some reason, it won't let me scroll down very far. Oh, wait, here it is. I swear to goodness. What a mess. It's working now. All of a sudden, I don't get it. That's why I don't work for Facebook. All right, so for those of you that don't know me, I'm Suzanne Martin, and I'm the Chocolate Lady, and I'm with Chalk Couture. Chalk Couture is a high-end DIY craft supply business, and they make loads of fun stuff, and we're going to be using all of their products today. This echo is killing me. I'm going to have to figure out how to make that stop. Maybe next time I'll try to connect my earbuds to the iPad so that won't happen. I promise I'll figure all this out eventually. This is a new platform for me, Deb. I've used it a handful of times, but I'm still working out the kinks. Obviously, you guys can probably hear that little echo happening in the background. I have to use an iPad up here to film, my camera on my phone over here to film, and then I'm using my MacBook as sort of my like dashboard platform or dashboard like look or link or whatever you want to call it. All right, that's it. Finally, let me switch back over here to StreamYard and everything. And I'm simultaneously, Deb, able to post out to YouTube and Facebook at the same time, which is really awesome. Although I will say I've learned that on YouTube, you have to go back in and add your like tags if you want people to be able to find your videos. But you can kind of change some of that up when you post your video out. Like when I hit create broadcast and like go live or whatever on here, it'll simultaneously go out to YouTube, and I can change the way it's worded on each of the platforms before I start the live. So I am able to do that. What I really need to do is go back in and like create a note or something with all the tags I want to post and all the links I want to post, and then I'll just copy and paste those, but I haven't started doing that yet. So anyway, here we are. So guys, we're actually going to do 2 sets of deers today. Deer today. I'm weird, you know that. So we're going to do 2 sets of the deer today. And I've got a new set here that I haven't even opened yet. And I've got my little set that I've had on my tiered stand behind me for the past few weeks. We're actually going to only do 3 patterns though. So we're going to do the 2 patterns that are on here. And then I have my, oh my gosh, what is this one called? Plaid. I'm sorry. I'm having some health issues and it's kind of making me not be able to focus very well. And I keep losing words for things. Really, it's gotten really bad. So this is a plaid. I can't think of what it's called. Wool plaid or something like that. Anyway, if you guys remember, please post it because I really don't all of a sudden. We're going to be using this pattern on here. So here's what I got, y'all. Sorry, I'm having a dizzy spell. Let me go ahead and cut this open real quick here. So when you get your deer cut out, this is what they come looking like. And are they still available? I'm going to double check before I start saying, hey, go over there and grab these, guys. Let's see. I'll do a quick little search here. They are available. The deer cutout are available. But you guys, if you already have pattern pieces, you don't necessarily need to buy the winter deer patterns. This transfer retails for $24.99, and the deer themselves are $12.99. So it's $12.99 for these cutouts, which I think is an amazing price. These are so cute. And what I'm going to show you guys today is holiday deer, and then we're just going to do like an everyday home kind of thing on the other set of deer. So I'm going to cut the little band here. So they come packaged the way that you just saw in the box with the plastic wrapping, and they're zip tied together so they don't shift around and like mess up in the packaging. So I just love these. I think they're so cute. They look really nice plain. So that was why I had them sitting on woven plaid. Thank you, Deb. I appreciate you. I had them sitting over there. I just think they're really cute the way that they are. So the plan is this, you guys. We are going to do a pattern on both sides of one set and only one side of the other set. And these are meant to go this way, which I think is cute. I had them sitting like this, like they're in love. I think that's really cute. So that's what we're going to do for our Christmas deer. One side is going to be this. And then our other deer are going to be black and white with this pattern, which I thought was just going to be so cute. So they're like basically black deer with white spots and white little details on them. Oh, Deb, well, we've missed having you on these lives. I appreciate you guys, when you're not here, I notice. I might not reach out to you and say, hey, where you been or whatever, because I don't want to bother people. But I do notice when you're not here during my lives, because I really appreciate you guys, all the chatter and stuff. This is some of the only, besides my husband and my sister who lives with us, adult interaction I get each day is when I'm talking to you guys on my live. So I'm so glad that you're here. So guys, what we're going to do is we're going to get started here. I did not cut these apart yet, but as you can tell by looking at these, I've already used this one. I made some deer cutouts for my mom when she was here, I think in October, so she could bring them home and have them for her Christmas display. And I did the same thing for her. I did one side was like a everyday look that she liked. We did the mini buffalo plaid in teal. And then the other side I did with the shimmer red, which we're going to be using now, guys. We're using the shimmer crimson. Look at how pretty that is. Oh, I love it. So that's the plan for today. So first things first, let me move this all out of the way. And I have my other ornaments here. So I think you guys saw this one already that I had made. And I made another one. I love it. I haven't put the string on yet, but this is so cute. And this was with foam, you guys. I used that 6mm craft foam to cut out these shapes. And then I just covered them using hot glue and ribbon. So this is a burlap, not burlap, like a jute braid ribbon that I used for this one. So I love them. So these are from my farmhouse Christmas tree downstairs here, which I still have not done. I've been having some major issues with dizzy spells and shortness of breath and stuff. And so all my plans for this past weekend got pushed aside while I laid in bed all weekend, trying not to be so dizzy, which didn't work actually. Laying down doesn't make it better. It just makes it less likely that I'm going to fall and hurt myself. So first things first though, guys, if you are new to Chalk Couture, let me explain what I'm using here. These are our wood cutouts, our deer. They are wide enough that they stand up on their own, which is really awesome. So they're just shy of an inch, probably about 3/4 of an inch wide. And then this is a silkscreen transfer. And we have several of these designs. We do have extra cutouts. And I just found out yesterday, guys, that this new little very small product release full of 10 transfers and one surface actually includes heart cutouts. It's a 2-pack of heart cutouts. And I am so excited. 2 weeks with your sister-in-law. Oh, that's right. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Oh, for sure, Deb, I will. That is so, I'm sorry to hear that. You know, I see some of your posts on Facebook and stuff, but not all of them. So I didn't see that if you had mentioned that online already. So guys, first thing we're doing here is called fuzzing. Our transfers are adhesive and reusable 8 to 12 times, which makes them awesome. And a really great, like, bang for your buck. But they're so sticky that it can be kind of tough when you put them down to pull them up again. Although I use these already, and I know from experience they're not as sticky as I want them to be. And also since they've been used, they've lost a little bit of their sticky for that as well. So I'm just fuzzing them a couple of times. And then we're going to lay them down on here. So I'm trying to make sure that I get all of this covered. And this one's going to be in our crimson, shimmer crimson. So sometimes it can be a little tricky to line it up. There we go. That'll work. Get this smoothed down on here. Make sure it's adhered well. There we go. And then we will do our little buck over here. So I wouldn't normally use deer in decorating in my home, but for Christmas, it's different. And because my basement has a farmhouse design, the walls are called sea salt. It's very trendy in the farmhouse. Ooh, tombstones and ghosts. That would be awesome, Trey. I'll put it on the suggestion thing. They actually have a suggestion page for us to use. So I'll add that because I think that's a fantastic idea. What if they did like a sugar skull one and another, like a different sugar skull transfer? That would be awesome. Now that we're talking, I'm like, all these ideas. So anyway, farmhouse in my basement. So actually a set of these deer can go down here in my basement as everyday decor. And I think it'll look really great. And if I do the opposite side of them in like a everyday pattern, then I think it'll look really, really nice. And I can just switch it around at Christmas. It'll make more sense. But yeah, like I said, I might actually, I don't know how I'm going to do this. We'll figure it all out. So let's do this side first, and then we'll go ahead and do our other cutouts over here, and we'll get moving. So this is going to be our Shimson. I just made up a word again, guys. I'm really good at it. Crimson Shimmer colors. I'm going to open this up over here. It's probably in good shape because it's our shimmers, and they tend to keep their consistency really well. But it might not be. So I'm thinking I'm going to give it a good stir here. It feels really good. You're looking for the consistency of, sour cream or yogurt. Thinking we see increase in the cutouts. Here's what I want to see, Deb. I want to see more porch board designs, and I want to see more cutouts. I think those are big sellers for the company, so I think it'd be wise for them to put a little more of those out there. I think they would sell really, really well. They did do the designer survey. Did you fill that out, like questionnaire or whatever? So guys, I've got my paste on my squeegee. I am going to need more than this, but I don't want to get too big of globs. I discovered when I did these for my mom that it would build up along the edges of the cutout, and then it was harder to wash off, and you kind of wasted a little bit more. So we're just going to do a little bit at a time here, and then come back and get some more on our squeegee after this. I'm sorry about the banging. My boys are upstairs being super duper loud. They may be fighting. I don't hear them yelling at each other though, so it may just be them being little boys, because that's kind of what they do. They love to be loud and disobey, apparently. All right, y'all. So we're just going to keep applying this on here. I might not actually even need to get more, to tell you the truth. Yeah, I will. Just trying to make sure I cover it all. Now our shimmers don't, sorry, I'm losing my train of thought very easily today. Our shimmers don't dry as easily as the regular colors do. So y'all, like I said yesterday, I'm having all these trouble with the dizziness and the breathing and this kind of stuff. And I'm trying to make sure that I work when I can, but there may be some days in the near future where I have to not do lives, but I will be posting things regardless of that. So got our one done. We'll go ahead and do the other one while we're doing it, and just get it all done at once. Then we'll pull both of these. This is actually a very quick project, and in my opinion, it's very inexpensive. Like I said, these Deer Cutout are $12.99, and if you bought the transfer, it is $24.99, and you can do several of these. This make a great gift. So you could make a set for your own house. You know, let's say you made 3 sets of these deer. So what is that? 26 plus 13, 39 plus 30. You'd pay $60 for all of the deer. And is that right? the deer and the cutouts, $69. And that's divided by 3 though. So what is 69 divided by 3? You guys help me out. What is that? 13? Yes. So no. I can't think straight right now, guys. Help me out. 69 divided by 3. My brain's not even able to process those numbers right this second. 23. So for $23 for each set, you could give one or have one at your own house and then give 2 away, sorry. And you spent $23 on a gift for someone. You could do both sides of it. And that would be an excellent gift for someone because they could put it out for the holidays and then turn it around and use it for just everyday use, which would be awesome. Oh, thank you. All right, look at that one. I love it. These are so cute. I just love these cutouts. And if you already had some patterns at your house, guys, you wouldn't even have to necessarily buy the deer patterns. I mean, I love them. Look at how pretty that is. I don't know if you guys are able to get a good view of the shimmer on that. I'm going to kind of move it around a little bit here, see if it gives you a little bit of a better view of the shimmery goodness. But look at how adorable that is. So that's with the crimson shimmer. And guys, you wouldn't even have to buy these big paste containers. For $3, I could give you a paste single. I don't think we have paste singles of this one though. But you could do copper, gold, or silver shimmer. And then I'm going to be using 2 other colors today. One is called Greige and the other one is Black Velvet. But you can get these other little paste colors and all this stuff in paste single packets for $3 for the shimmers and $2 for the regular colors. And if you guys will notice right here, I already put that in there, shoot. I've got a couple little spots where I missed. I guess I just didn't apply it very good. So here's what I'm going to do. I've got my little stir stick. You could use a toothpick or whatever you have at your house here, guys. I got a little bit of that right there on the edge. If I can keep my hand steady. Or you could use the squeegee. It's a little bit of a wider deal. Let's try the squeegee. This is too skinny, if you can believe it. There's such a thing. I haven't been called too skinny in a really long time, but it does exist. One of my boys is almost too skinny. Oops, I got a little off there. That's okay. So anywhere you see where you might be like, oh, I wish that had filled in a little bit better, just get a little bit of paste on your squeegee and fill it in. And I went a little overboard there, so I can actually just take a little toothpick or a little detail tool that I have from Chalk Couture and fix that up. Now, I don't like this. This wasn't actually even a me error right here. This was actually a design flaw, I think, but I think it needs to go there. So there we go. Little touch up there. And now we're going to just use the hairdryer to dry it so that whenever I'm ready to do the other side, I can just flip it over and do that. Give me a second. I can't talk when the hairdryer is running because you guys don't hear me very well. So, oh, thanks, Jeff. I've been told that before. To me, I feel washed out because of my light. I don't know what the deal is with the light. It's like this platform changes the view a little bit to me. But it could also be I'm watching it on my MacBook, and it could be the way I've adjusted the light on the MacBook. I don't know. My son was using it. He may have done something. Okay, I think that's good. Now here's what I was talking about with the detail tool, you guys. See right here, wherever I got a little chunky, my hand went a little overboard with it. Give a little scrape there with the detail tool and get a little bit of that chunk off of there. There we go. Clean it up. And if I really wanted to go the like little step further, here's a little trick that I do that you guys can do too. You can use a toothpick to do this, or you can use our detail tool. I take my tool or my toothpick, wrap a paper towel around it like this and get it real sharp on the edge, and I wet the tip just barely. I have a bowl of water over here, guys. So I just dip the very tip in there. You don't want it to drip, and you need to hold your finger on it so you get just the area that you want to be usable. You don't want the rest of the paper towel to dip down and touch any other part of this. So here's a little trick that I use to clean up my messes. Because our paste is water soluble, you can wash it off. So I just keep kind of adjusting it, getting a clean spot, and where it's still wet, and I just keep going over this again until I get it the way that I want it, cleaned off exactly how I want. Now, if you double it up, you can actually clean it off just a little bit better. So I've got it doubled over here. We're going to do the exact same thing. Just kind of fold this and roll it to get it tight on here. And then wipe off that little area. There we go. Nice and cleaned off. And then I just chuck that little piece of paper towel, put my cap back on my, it rolled. Did you guys see where it went? There it is. And I'm done with that. That detail tool is so useful, guys, because I have to chuck the toothpicks after I'm done. It kind of dulls the edges a little bit. The pattern and not do the spots on the big deer. I don't know how to do that, Christina. I keep seeing people doing that, and I'm like, how are they avoiding the spot? Are they painting it in? I don't even know. So I can't even help you with that. Because I don't actually even know how to do it. I don't know if they maybe put the paste down, like some paste on it first and do that or not. Like, I'm not even sure. I'm not even going to fuzz this, guys. The other one didn't stick as well as I would like. So maybe my transfer just isn't quite as sticky as everybody else's. I don't know. So I'm not going to even fuzz it this time. I'm actually just going to line it up and then set it on. Certainly stick into the backer sheet though, isn't it? All right, so here's our little female deer. I can't hardly say female deer without wanting to sing the song. Doe, a deer, a female deer. Ray, a drop of golden sun. I love to sing, and I have since I was a kid. This just reminds me of this. I'm going to move the backer sheet. It won't stop sticking, and it's causing me some issues. So let me get this off of here. I'll put a towel down instead. That'll probably help. Anyway, when I was little, they did The Sound of Music at our local opera house, and I went and tried out for one of the roles, and I did not make it. That's okay. I was kind of relieved. I wanted to do it, but like, I'll get up in front of people and sing, no problem. But when I was like 8 years old or something, and I was real nervous about performing in front of like an entire audience. Now I'll get up at church. Before COVID, I was a very active member in our band singing harmony in the band, which I absolutely love. And I miss a lot. I miss that. I don't miss a lot of things, but that is definitely one thing that I have been missing since the pandemic happened. Because we watch our church on TV, but the sound quality is kind of not great because they're streaming it, you know, and it just makes me sad because I want to be there singing. But yeah, you asked me to get up and talk in front of a group of people. I am nervous as all get out, like visibly shaking and that kind of stuff. But you asked me to get up and sing in front of a group of people with other people. Singing solos, I'll do it, but it makes me really nervous. But like singing in front of people, no problem. Love it. Trying to get this on here just right, you guys. Here we go. Oh, I had it and then I messed it up. There we go. I think that's probably good enough. You'll see what I'm saying over here. There's not much for it to stick to as far as the legs go, so it keeps coming up. So we're just gonna make it work. That's my only issue with the cutouts, you guys. So when I do cutouts that I cut myself, I actually will, hold on, I lost my train of thought again. I'm so sorry, you guys. I know this is so weird. This is a random issue that started last week. I will, leave about 1/8 of an inch. Hey, Mom. I'll leave about 1/8 of an inch border around my cutout so that my transfers actually have something to hold on to. I wish that Chalk Couture would do that too. The cutout, I just have a hard time getting the cutouts to line up properly. All right, so let's get this mixed up. My black here is a new black. We're going to be using this one today. It actually looks like it's a really good consistency, so I'm not going to add any water to this at all. And we are making these deer black. And I realize deer are not actually black. If I saw a black deer in the woods, I'd be like, oh. Now they have albino deer, but they're varying shades of brown typically. But our deer is going to be black. All right, so let me, hold on a second. Get a drink of water real quick. Okay. Let's get on this. I get a glob of paste just like we did with our little striped deer over here a second ago. Let me move these over here. You guys can see them a little bit better. And we're just going to do what we did. I'm going to kind of hold it still while I do it. Because like I said, these cutouts, there's not a whole lot of adhesive. Where the teal is where the adhesive is. And there's just not a whole lot of adhesive on here to grab a hold of anything on the cutout. So we're going to just kind of hold it in place till we get that top part on there. And then we're able to, it'll help it stick better, actually. The paste actually kind of grabs it just a little bit. All right. So this is this could be Christmas or every day, actually. So because down here in my basement, I'm doing more of a farmhouse style, my colors are like green, black, tan, white, off-white, like, you know, classic farmhouse colors. That's so popular right now. But I don't want the red deer down here. These red deer, they're going to go upstairs in my living room on my mantle. So, and I'm not going to lie to you guys, I've not been well. So the only Christmas decorations that I have on my mantle right now is our Advent candles for church. They're so cute though. They gave us a set and it is, I'm going to pull this one. This will dry faster than our Shimmer did. Look how cute it is. Oh my gosh, I love it so much. So the Advent candle, they gave us, it's a half log. So it's a log cut in half with the bark still on it. They drilled the 5 holes. Is it 3 purple, a white, and a rose? Yeah. They drilled the 5 holes in the top of it, and it has like a little sprig and some little berries on it. And you put the candles in there, and that's what you do your Advent with. And it's such a cute little Advent candle holder. Oh my gosh. My husband didn't see that in the box at first, or it came in the log came in a bag separate, and then we have our Advent box. And so he was like, oh, we don't have any Advent candle holders. And I was like, well, I guess I can make something if I'm feeling better. And he was like, okay. And then he pulls the bag on and goes, oh, never mind. So guys, that's the only Christmas decor I have on my mantle right now. I'm ashamed of myself because it's December and I still haven't put any. We have our tree up, but there's no ornaments on it. And I did the outdoor stuff already. I wanted to do more, but it looks okay, so I'm okay with leaving that. But I just cannot even tell you guys about this energy thing. Like, this sudden onset of illness has just thrown me completely for a loop. Like I'm having a dizzy spell right now. I feel like I'm shaking. It is just the weirdest thing. I don't have COVID. I got a COVID test. It's not COVID. This is something else. I do not know what. But when I get dizzy, I don't get dizzy like vertigo, like spinning. I get dizzy like feel like I've suddenly been drugged. And it might last a few minutes. It might last 10 minutes. Sometimes it just lasts a minute or so. It's really weird. My body feels a little tingly and kind of warm. It's just unbelievable. But I had a e-health visit with my doctor and actually had a dizzy spell while I was on a video call with her. And they've run all the blood work that came back. Nothing abnormal, which I know a lot of people would be like, oh, well, that's good news. It's not. I want them to find out what's wrong and fix this because this is debilitating. Like, I don't want to drive anywhere. Like, it's just so weird. I cannot even begin to explain. I'm clumsy and like when I get up and move around, I have to steady myself and like hold on to the wall. It's just insane. I have never in my life, like I've had dizzy spells before, you know, when you stand up too fast, you kind of get a blood rush of the head or whatever. Oh my gosh, look how cute it is. Like that's, you know, I've dealt with that. I'd say I might get that a little more than the average person, but this is completely different. Now, since my blood work came back okay, she said, let's wait a week and see how you're feeling, and then we'll kind of maybe refer you to neurology or something. It's so weird. Anybody else experience this kind of thing? It's so strange. The sudden onset is what's freaking me out, I think, more than anything. It wasn't a slow progression. It was like I was fine on Thursday. I woke up Friday, felt okay in the morning, and then like I started getting little dizzy spells, and then it just hit. This one's finally starting to pass. Like that feeling is finally starting to pass. Very weird. Okay, so we got our black deer here. Black deer. That's so funny. So we're going to, you know what? I decided just now because that's how I roll. Actually, I think these are going to be my basement deer, my farmhouse deer. Because the other side is plain, and I kind of like the plain side too. So these are going to be my downstairs farmhouse Christmas deer, because they don't have to be Christmas. They can be regular too. So we'll put those there. And these are the ones I'm going to do the woven plaid pattern on. Thanks again, Deb, for telling me what that was called, because I could not remember. It just wasn't. It's written right here. Oh, for heaven's sakes. Why didn't I just look at the transfer instead of making myself look like a dummy? All right. So, guys, this woven plaid, I've used it a lot. I know it's not all that sticky anymore. Clearly, it's sticky enough to stick to itself. But so this goes like this, and then you turn it the other way and do it again, and then you get your plaid pattern. And I'm going to actually kind of go at an angle like this. I was looking at something the other day and I really liked it. It was a classic buffalo plaid, but it was on an angle. And I was like, oh, it just made it look a little bit more elegant. It was still the buffalo plaid look, but it was that twisted, that like angled appearance of it that I really liked. So we're actually going to do ours this way. And then we're going to come back in it. I want the full pattern on here, so trying not to have that ear on the female deer not have the pattern. So I'm kind of trying to turn it so I can get the, no, I'm missing the buck's ear there. There we go. I think we'll just do it like this instead. As long as it's all covered. Unpeel it from itself here. Guys, be careful not to stick your transfer to itself. You can really mess it up doing that. So do as I say, not as I do. I just don't know, guys. I think I'm going to have to do it this way, actually, to get the pattern the way that I want. So ignore what I just said a minute ago. We're going to do it like this. Let me put them a little closer together, too. I think that would be helpful. Goodness. So if I do it like that, I'm going to miss the bottom of the feet, which I don't guess I care as much about. The next set of the pattern will cover that anyway, so I think we're good. We're going to do it like this. Because I missed the top of her ears too, but like I just said, the pattern coming from the other direction, when we turn it, will actually... I need to scoot it over more so I don't have to try to clean it off to use it. There we go. And this is going to be in greige, guys. This is this great gray tan color. This is actually really popular right now in decorating as well. So let's give this a start. It's been a little while since I used it. I'm guessing, and I'm right, that it's going to be pretty thick. But it's no worries. All I have to do is put a little water in here. You guys can see. Do this over here. And stir it. This stir stick isn't the best tool for this. We do have a multi-tool and my detail tool, which would also accomplish the same thing. But this is actually going to work. Just need to soften it up just a little bit. I do not care for that noise, but it's part of the process, so I'm going to have to get over it. Get this to a good consistency. We're looking for that of yogurt or sour cream, guys. And it doesn't matter if it gets dry like this. You can just add water every time. All it is that the moisture started to evaporate. And a lot of that is because I leave my paste containers open when I'm working on them. And they tend to dry out that way. And I should, if I would think ahead a little bit better, add a little water to them before I put the lid back on. I don't really think about it, actually. So... it doesn't happen. All right, I think we can get this going real well here. It feels pretty soft. It's not going to be super smooth because I'm not going to take the time to smooth it out that much, but I think it'll be just fine. All right, let me get my little squeegee here again. Get a glob of it on here and get started. Now, I want this to be subtle. I fully realize this is not going to show up really well. So we're just going to apply this here. We're going to blow dry it, and then we're going to turn it the other way and do the same color. Now, with this plaid, you can do different colors, and it looks really cool. But this is our like neutral set or side of this deer anyway. And so we don't want to add a bunch of extra color to this, or I don't want to add an extra color. I just want the subtle pattern on here. I did see someone yesterday who did her white deer cutouts or white trees, or oh, she did trees, in our shimmer frost. So she just put a shimmer pattern on it and left it just like that. And it looks so pretty because it's a real subtle pattern that you kind of have to be looking at it in the right light to see. But it was really a pretty look. I never would have considered doing that, but I thought it was really cool. All right, guys, that is it for this. Let me smooth this out. And I think we're square. Yep. All right, scrape that off real quick and peel this. What's it look like? You guys are seeing it before I am. Oh, nice. Very subtle. That's exactly what I was going for. I'm going to stick this to my table here real quick while I dry this, and then we're going to put it back on the other way, and I'm going to cap this so I don't dry it out any more than it already is. And we're going to turn it the other way and add the pattern again, and then it'll just be this really nice subtle plaid on here. I think it's going to look really cool. That's all it takes. These lines are really thin on here. And if you guys notice, there's some paint or paste that kind of built up a little bit in the edges. I'm not going to clean it off right this second. I'm going to wait till we do our second layer on here. But before I'm done, I'm going to take my detail tool and kind of knock that off of the sides there. It's just because of the edge of the transfer and where the paste like glooped up a little bit in that area. So that is dry enough. This is not dry though, so you know what I'm going to do just really quick. Can you guys see this too? Right in here. Look at that chunks of the paste in the areas where it was like separated or whatever. I don't want that to get on anything. So I'm just going to very quickly use my hair dryer on the cool setting and blow dry this so that it doesn't smear on anything. So I can dry it from this side too. I'm gonna stick it to my table so it won't blow away, hopefully. Y'all got so quiet all of a sudden. That probably ought to do. There's some thicker spots here that might chunk up a little bit, but I don't think it'll be anything major. I did stick it to itself. Look at this. Eesh, that's bad news. But because this isn't as sticky as it once was, it came apart really easily. So this is going to be in my lap. If this gets on anything, it's going to get on my clothes. But it's washable, so I'm not going to sweat it. All right. Here we go, you guys. It doesn't have to be exactly like 90 degrees, but the closer it is, the more like polished I feel like it looks. So I believe that's going to look really nice like that. Oops. That won't work. We're going to have to slide this a little bit different. I might have to separate these. I think I will. Because of where I had the paste here, it was kind of interfering just a little bit there. So we'll shift it a little. There we go. I want his antler up there to have pattern all the way up to the top. So we'll call him square on there, and then I'll just shift her over a little bit here to get the pattern on her well. I'll do her like this. I kind of want her nose to have more look pattern on it. Guess I am scooting them back together again. That'll work. Okay, let's get the paste on here, and then we'll be done with these deer because I'm not doing the other side of the black ones. They're going to stay white. But I'll flip these back over again so you can get another look at the red side with the pretty shimmer stripe. All right. Apply this on here. So this is a pretty simple project. And like I said, it's pretty inexpensive. And it, like I said already too, if you already have a pattern piece, this is a separate pattern piece that literally has nothing to do with the deer, but makes a cool looking deer. And we have so many different patterns. That one that I really liked for Halloween was that skull damask pattern. This would look really cool on here. And so you could do a Halloween deer. You could do them for every season if you really wanted to. Not much of his legs were showing, so it's a very simple look there. Don't have to use a whole lot of my paste. Although, guys, these containers of paste last a long time. Just want to be clear that everybody knows that. They're not super cheap. I mean, it's only, what, $13, $12.99 for the full container of paste. I have some that I've had for a couple of years that I'm still using, like no joke. Gets a little dry, I just add some water to it. It's really not that big of a deal. I think that's it. Yep, I've covered it all. All right, I'm going to save this. And this is the thing too. You save what you don't use back in your container. You use very little paste on your projects. All right, let's peel this off and see what we think. You guys ready with your hearts and your thumbs up there? What do you think? There's our subtle plaid, woven plaid. It's so cool. I love the woven plaid. This is a very versatile transfer. I've used this several times since I've had it this past year. Love these looks. Let's dry this real quick and we'll kind of knock the little extra pieces off. Hey guys, don't forget to like my video, and if you haven't already, to like and follow my business page. That way you don't miss any of my videos. I do stuff like this. Typically I do craft videos 3 times a week, sometimes more, but I also post things about deals and sales. And I am in the process currently of revamping my Etsy page where I'll be selling a lot of my finished pieces. Some of these you won't see on my Etsy page simply because they are for decorating my house, but some of them you will see. So if you're like, hey, I want some of those deer cutouts, I actually have an extra set that I'm going to be making and posting on my Etsy page. So there you go. So guys, I'm just using this to go around the edges of this so that I can knock off some of this paste that kind of got stuck on the edge there. Right in here, there's some larger chunks. Smooth that out a little bit. And then same thing here. I think it looks so cool. A little paper towel over here too to get some of that off of my detail tool. All right. There we go, guys. Here is our gorgeous woven plaid, very subtle look on this side. And over here we have our shimmery Christmas deer. Kind of move that around a little bit so you guys can see that shimmer. And right here we've got our black sided deer, and then I'm leaving the other side plain. I really do like the look of these just plain deer here. So you can do this, put these together this way. You can separate them however you want. I kind of think it's cute like this because it looks like they're like giving each other a hug or a kiss or something. But you can kind of put them out however you want to. I think they're just really cute. You can put them side by side like this, like they're together. In my mind, this is like husband and wife deer. I don't know why. You know, I always give like little personalities to little stuff that I make. So I guess that's why I'm kind of seeing it that way. Anyway, guys, this is the project I had for you today. And I appreciate you joining in with me and bearing with my weirdness when I'm not able to come up with words and talk in normal pattern. Hopefully we can figure out what's wrong with me pretty soon and I can stop this rather than it getting worse. But yeah, so that's what I had for you guys today. If you have any questions about Chocolatory, look guys, we have a craft club. You can join as a designer and get 40% off. You can, the club members get deals on their flat rate shipping. This month, if you are a Club Couture member, we have how many transfers? I think there's 20, like 5x7 smaller transfers that instead of paying $10 for, you can get for $5 each. And you only pay $5 shipping. So no matter how big your order is, you only pay $5 for shipping. And what else? I guess that's about it. But if you have any questions, oh, and we just got a brand new a starter kit that starts on, it started, sorry, my brain is frying, guys. It started yesterday. So if you guys want to get in on the new starter kit and join as a designer, it's $99. And you get a $250 like kit. It's worth $250 worth of stuff. So it's really awesome. Oh, Chrissy, yeah, for sure. I'll have my phone with me all day. So even if I'm chilling in bed with the dizziness and stuff, you guys can message me and I'll definitely be down for a conversation on Messenger. And I guess that's all I got for you guys today. So if I'm able, I'll be doing another project tomorrow. We're going to do our house cutouts tomorrow, you guys, gingerbread houses. And of course, on the opposite side, just a basic pattern so I can leave them out all year and not just have specific Christmas decorations only, because who has room to be putting decorations away? We already have, all of our bins are full. I don't want to have to get another bin for all my new stuff. So instead, I'll just flip it around and show it this way until Christmas rolls around again. Because check it, these would be really cute for fall as well. I don't know if you guys know that, but fall is when deer season starts. So, you know, it's relevant and cute. All right, that's all I got for you guys today. Thanks for joining me, and I will talk to you all tomorrow. Hopefully. Oh, I always try to get up. I forgot. I end my broadcast right here. Every time I try to get up. I've been doing it for 2 years. Okay, I really am saying bye. Have a great day. Thanks, guys.